Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz Comm Box. I'm Saiyami Kher and I have Zach with me. A little early, 2 balls early because Shardul looked like he was struggling a little there, but quite a conservative start from Australia.
Yeah, it is a very balanced start, I would say. The ball looked like it was holding up just a tad bit on the surface, and that was resulting in this kind of a start. To add to that, Shami took that early breakthrough, which didn't help Australia's cause of just starting the game with that much aggression.
Yeah, but Shami's ball was beautiful, that seam position that he gets, and he's just so beautiful to watch. So I think Shami Bumrah started off well before they went for a little runs.
Yeah, so look, all the bowlers looked like, at some stage in their spells, the conditions was playing up on their bodies. It was evident that it's not that easy, must be hot and humid. But on the whole, I think it was a decent start by Indian bowlers. Shami especially, what he can do with that seam positioning, if there is little bit of help on offer, very accurate at the batsman all the time. Usually it results in wicket, and today Mitchell Marsh succumbed to that kind of immaculate line and length by Shami. But Bumrah also was a treat to watch. He's continuing with that swing which we saw in Sri Lanka, which is a very great sign. The more and more he's going to bowl, especially after that long layoff of injury, you need that many overs under your belt. But he's been looking very consistent.
But Zach, because you're sitting here, just a little bit more on Shami because he got that 1-2, the away swing that he got, and he gets that beautiful test match length that he bowls. So it's just a little more on that delivery if you can chat about.
Well, Shami, that has been his strength, isn't it? And more and more you play as you get more experience, your routine gets very, very stabilized. And I think that's what we see with Shami all the time. He's someone who has not been playing regular at this stage. Shiraz and Bumrah will be the main starter in the playing 11 as things stand at this stage. But it's great to have that kind of option. You're always going to be very tempted in going in with that hardcore three-seam bowlers attack if required, if you want to be that over-aggressive, or you're thinking that wickets is something which you're looking at. So Shami, Bumrah and Siraj, if they're playing together, I've always been saying that, it's just going to make that attack very potent. We'll have to wait and see whether that flexibility is shown by the team management. But Shami is always a treat to watch. The rhythm is very settled. And he's a seasoned bowler now. So that's the responsibility he carries every time he walks onto the field.
We'll have a quick look at the Australian batting card because after that one wicket, both Steve Smith and David Warner have steadied the ship. Of course, Warner was dropped by Shreyas Iyer. I think it was on 15 when he was dropped. Catches are always costly, but right now he's at 44.
Yeah, looked like a fairly simple catch at this level. So Shreyas will be very disappointed in dropping that catch. Also, 2 wickets in those first 10 overs would have set the tone really nice. But wasn't the case. So you'll have to now make sure that Warner doesn't make Indian team pay for this. As you know, once he's set, what kind of force he can be in this format. So that we have to wait and see. But that was another example of the point which I was trying to make, that the ball is not coming onto the bat, which will be the case. The pitch should settle down, but it will be that slight bit of adjustment on all the batters to just adjust that. On the rise shots are not going to be that easy to play. You've seen Steve Smith also play that one shot over mid-wicket, which was also another example of the ball is not coming onto the bat that much. So if you're going with it, you just got to go back yourself to clear the 30-yard, or it can be that tricky instances when you'll see ball the drives going uppishly. Fielders in those positions can come into play.
And of course, we saw Ravichandra Ashwin coming in the 10th over. And with Ashwin, you always know there's something different that's going to happen. His run-up looked a little different, did it? He was coming, I think, across the umpire a little bit.
Yeah, he was. But, look with him, you can expect all these kind of things. He's not played ODI cricket for a while. And he's someone who is known to experiment, known to just try to stay ahead of the batter. So yeah, I mean, that's not something new which he has done. The good thing is, he's got that control, and he knows, he's very assured himself that whatever changes he's doing, he must have spent enough time in having that plan. He's just taking it to the matches.
Well, Warner has just reached his 50, and with the heat getting to players, do you think that we'll be seeing shorter spells? Because, we saw what happened to Shardul, even Shami wanted to get off in the fourth over.
I think so. But now that first 15 overs are done, you know that the spinners will come into play a bit more. So KL Rahul has to be here a bit more proactive. You're rightly saying that if the conditions are tough, then you got to figure out a way of giving bowlers a shorter spell. And also in the back 10, you got to be aware you can't have those 4 overs for a bowler. It can be quite challenging in these kind of conditions if Australia manage to hold on to their wickets and have enough wickets in hand in the last 10. That will not make things easy for the bowlers. So I think the shorter spells is something which will be really thought about. Also the messages from the bowling coach, from the coach will go out there in terms of managing the resources, managing the bowlers well with that regard.
All right, we'll wait and watch. We'll see if they have shorter spells or not. But you all will see us at the 35th over point. So don't forget to join us at the Cricbuzz Comm Box on the 35th over. See you soon.